Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm gonna be doing another media news video, and this one's gonna be giving my thoughts out on the recent announcement that Edgar Wright, who was supposed to be directing the Ant-Man movie coming out next year, has dropped out. Um, so yeah, basically Edgar Wright, who who was supposed to be directing the Ant-Man movie for next year. He dropped out supposedly due to some creative differences. I'm going to leave a link to that down in the description below for those who want to check it out. So yeah, basically Edgar Wright has basically been on this project for since at least 2006, maybe 2007, latest 2008. So he's been on the project for at least 10 years, more or less. Um, yes, for those who don't know who Edgar Wright is, he's the one who directed Shaun of the Dead. Um, for example, Shaun of the Dead, pretty funny movie. But basically, story goes that Edgar Wright had some creative differences with Marvel over how to direct the Ant-Man movie. Um, basically, story goes that Wright told Variety that he is leaving to due to creative differences. He asked for the film, and basically what they say is that's not really much of a shocker considering that he's more of a comedy director, and the Marvel movies, for example, the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies more specifically, take themselves a bit more seriously. I mean, they do have that kind of comedic aspect to them, but for the most part, it's like they try to balance it out, if you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, Marvel has announced that they've already chosen a new director, and so far it's speculated that the release date for July 2015 is still um is actually no it's let me rephrase that the original release date for July 2015 is has not yet been changed, but it's speculated that it most likely will be changed to a later date due to this recent announcement. Um, so yeah. How do I feel about this? Um, well, we're really cutting it close when you think about it. I don't know if Ant Man has already gone into production and into filming, but if it hasn't yet, it's I say within 2 months it should be filming more or less. So we're really cutting it close. They've already they Marvel has confirmed that they already have a new director chosen, but the replacement is hasn't been revealed yet. And I assume it's gonna be revealed sometime in the next month at the latest. Um, so yeah, most people speculate that the replacement director is gonna be Joe Cornish, I believe is his name, who was working with Paul not Paul Rudd, Edgar Wright for the most part of this movie. I assume he was like the producer or executive producer or something like that. Not really sure on what his role was in the movie up till now. But yeah, now really this is really the most recent announcement of Ant-Man. It's unknown if any of the other people connected to the movie, such as Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd, Joe Cornish, are set to drop out too. But I hope that doesn't happen, because well then if it does, we're fucked. For a lack of better words, yeah. Um, Yeah, so I assume that production or filming or whatever, if it hasn't started yet, it's gonna be starting in the next 2 months at the very latest. Joe Cornish may or may not be his replacement, and Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd are still set to be starring in this movie, which I guess it is some kind of saving grace. The fact that Edgar Wright is dropping out of the project after almost 10 years of working on this project. That is a bit disappointing. It is a bit sad. I do want to know what type of creative differences they are, in case they might have maybe they could have been handled with, or depending on the situation. I do want to know why he had to drop out, exactly what the exact creative differences were. Um, as I said before, Joe Cornish is is a possible contender as to possibly be directing the new Ant-Man movie. So that is a possibility. Sorry. I mean, for me, another possibility will be Joss Weadon, who did the Avengers, which I could think of right off the top of my head. I know he's done other movies. I'd also maybe I'd also wanna see what were their names again? The guys who did Captain America 2, Winter Soldier. What was it? The Russo brothers? I forget their exact names, but I think they could also do a pretty good movie in making a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. So that's also good. I really can't think of any more directors off the top of my head that I think would do great in actually helming this movie. Yeah. Um, Maybe John Farveuo, who did the first Iron Man. That was pretty good. Yeah. But I mean, really, that's my only other. Those are really my only options up to this point. I mean, not with the replacement. I mean, we got. Yeah, Joe Cornish is the most likely contender in my opinion. But any other two people I'd like to see will have to be Joss Weadon or John Favreau. I don't know. I don't know how to say his name. So yeah. I'm really a bit lost for words at the moment. The fact that he's gone through so many years in this Ant-Man just to drop out for some creative differences. I still want to know what the creative differences are. I've already explained who I think would be a good, would be the more logical or likable choices to direct the movie. For me, Joe Cornish just because he's been close to the project, and after that, Joss Whedon and John Favreau, whatever, from the first Iron Man, the director of the first Iron Man. I mean, to me, those are the ones that really stand out. Maybe even Bryan Singer, if he wants to, cross over, to do an Marvel Cinematic Universe, that'd be pretty cool. But that right there is wishful thinking. So yeah, I mean that's really my thoughts. It sucks that he had to drop out. Hopefully they announce the director soon. It's hopefully one of the people I said, and if not, at least another decent or great director. Or whatever the case may be. Hopefully, the director, he or she is good. So yeah. Hopefully they don't change the release of the movie too much. I still want to see it somewhere in 2015. I would understand if they change it from July to maybe a later date, but hopefully it stays on 2015. The latest I'd prefer it to be have to be early 2016. But even after that, that's a stretch, and that would suck at also. So yeah, I mean that's really my thoughts on the fact that Edgar Wright has officially dropped out from directing the Ant-Man. So yeah, hopefully the Ant-Man movie turns out great or good or decent at the very least. I would want to see. I do kind of want to know what his vision was and what Marvel's vision was to see what creative differences they were. But whatever. Really can't do much about it now. So it sucks. And yeah, I mean that's basically it for now. That's basically it for now. Remember to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely stay tuned for that. Besides that, I also do media news reviews such as this. So also definitely stay tuned for that. Comment down below on your thoughts on the fact that Edgar Wright has officially dropped out from directing the Ant-Man movie. What are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? And who would you want to see directing the Ant-Man movie after this? For me, the most logical choice would have to be Joe Cornish. After that, maybe Joss Whedon and John Farveuo, and wishful thinking will have to be Bryan Singer. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Comment down below. Like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.